Cape Town is one of those cities that's being defined as a destination and as a city that's really driving innovation and driving growth at the same time. So I think both the short-term and the medium-term outlook for Cape Town's great, and we're on a continent over the longer term that really is the last frontier of growth, as so many say. And so I believe we're very well positioned to take advantage of that as a city and as a gateway into Africa. I mean, if you just take asset management and private equity, there's more money being managed out of this city in terms of investment allocation into the rest of Africa than, for example, out of Johannesburg, where you're just measuring your listed stocks. So there's a significant amount of decision making happening here in Cape Town, with various private equity firms setting up shop and positioning themselves for the rest of the continent. So that certainly is growing, and I think the figures are very significant, going into the hundreds of billions every single year. In life insurance industries and the like, all those big firms being based out of Cape Town already. So that is still a major driver, and as Africa's prospects continue to grow and they start becoming regionalized, I think the sophistication of an already sophisticated financial sector is only going to increase, and I think that's a very significant competitive advantage. My vision for the business sector in our economy is to ensure that there's the maximum enabling environment for them to continue driving growth. There's some key sectors where we know there are competitive advantages. They are in tourism, there's oil and gas, business process outsourcing, the services industry, the film industry is growing incredibly. So how do we ensure that all of these industries are able to retain that competitive advantage and continue to grow, and at the same time ensure great openness and flexibility? So we're not determining economic outcomes, because markets change all the time, they're dynamic, but how do we have the right environment where you can take advantage of global trends and really position Cape Town across film, fashion, and a whole variety of other industries? One of the reasons we were the New York Times World best city in the world to visit was not just from a tourism perspective, but citing the creative industry and the talent and the people that helped define this destination beyond just being a tourism brand. So I think it's really starting to come through, and many things that people associated just with tourism have actually become a defining aspect of why one should do business here in the first place. The lifestyle is not just for relaxation, but it's a great place to come and make your home and make your base for business, because it has such a combination of unique factors that offer a very high quality of life, together with good schools, good infrastructure, a zero tolerance of corruption, and investor-friendly environment that I think people welcome. Add to that all the innovations too, the first digital city in Africa, open data, free Wi-Fi across the city in different spots, the My City bus service, all of these things combining to really put Cape Town at the edge, and I think it's something that's already begun in earnest and something we as a city government want to keep driving forward.